In this video, I will teach you how to link animations between different layers by using expressions. So let me give you an example of what I'm talking about. Right now, if I take this arm and rotate it, all of the elements will rotate with the arm because we have parented all of these elements together. So far so good, no problem here. But let me show you a different scenario. So what happens if I take the pen tool and I want to give this line a slight curvature or move it around? So in this case, you can see that the other elements aren't being animated along with the arm. So if we wanted to do something a bit more advanced than just rotating, it won't work. But there is a way to make everything move together seamlessly. So let's take care of that. First, I'm going to expand the arm. We're going to expand here the path and everything until we can see this little stopwatch. So we're going to do the same thing with the hand. We're going to expand the path until we can see this little stopwatch icon. Now I'm going to hold Alt on the keyboard and click on this stopwatch, so I have created an expression. So by using expressions, I'll be able to link both animations so they are moving exactly the same way. So we are going to take this little pick whip icon and we're going to click and drag and point it to the other path we rebuilt. Okay, so that's all done. Now we are going to continue with the wristband. We're going to do the same thing. So I'm going to expand until I see the path. Hold Alt on the keyboard and click on the stopwatch to create an expression. So now I'll take the expression pick whip and I'm going to point it to the arm's path. Now I'll just collapse it. Let me show you what happens now that we created all these expressions if we try to do the animation we did before. As you can see, it's all moving together because we have linked all the animations. So this is what expressions are for. They allow you to link advanced animations together. So now I'm going to rotate the arm and I'm going to give it a slight curvature so it bends like a line on Illustrator. So this makes animation much easier because everything is moving together. I only have to worry about animating the arm layer. Okay, now that we have checked that everything moves correctly, we're going to repeat the same with the right arm. So we are going to associate the right hand and the right wristband to the right arm. I'm doing the same thing I did before. Remember to Alt-click on the stopwatch to create the expression. Then we take the pick whip and we reference the path for the arm. Now we collapse and we expand the wristband. Alt-click on the stopwatch to create the expression. Take the pick whip and reference the path for the arm. Now it's time to do the same thing for the legs. We're going to expand the leg and we're going to expand the sock as well. Then we're going to Alt-click. Then we're going to take the pick whip and reference the leg. And now we're going to do the exact same thing for the shoe. As you can see, this is very easy and very quick. Now we are going to do the same thing for the right leg. Okay, so we're going to repeat the exact same process. So it's all the same, expanding, Alt-clicking to create the expression, and dragging the pick whip. Okay, perfect. So the right leg is all set up now. Now let's see if that worked. So let's check if this has worked. Okay, so we did it correctly because as you can see, it's all moving together now. So now the socks and the shoes are bending along with the leg, as if they were the same line. This will make the animation process much easier and faster. Okay, so now I'm going to undo several times and leave it at the resting position, and I'm going to try the left leg. Be sure that those expressions are working as well. Okay, so now that we have confirmed that everything is working properly and the character is in the resting position, we'll change the workspace. We're going to Window, Workspace, Animation. Because we have finished setting up the layers and now I want to see the timeline. Now I will take this composition called Aerobics and I'm going to Ctrl-D to duplicate it. So I'm going to rename this duplicate as Template. And I'm going to leave that one as a backup. because in the future I may want to do a different animation using this character and I want to have a blank composition. So I'm going to do my animation on the one called aerobics, but I'm going to leave the other one as a backup, just in case. This is just a personal recommendation and it's a good practice to do so. So have that in mind. Okay, so now that we are done with the expressions, you can see that we have a lot of clutter on our layers panel. And I want to hide my hands, wristbands, socks, and shoes because I don't need to move them anymore. So we're going to use the shy property, which is this little face that we have at the right side of each layer. So let me show you. If we click on this guy, it will hide and it will show up again if you click again. So we want to hide all layers related to wristbands, hands, socks, and shoes. Okay, so we have clicked on the shy guy for those layers. So in order to actually hide them, we need to click on this big shy guy that we see here, and there you go. They all disappear. So we are going to hide also the background and the back. We're going to hide everything that we don't need at the time of animating, so it's easier for us to do so. And there we go, only the important elements are showing now. So there is one last thing that I need to do before I hide them for good, so I'm going to show them all again. And we are going to click on this little sun that we see near where the shy guy is. And what we're telling Adobe After Effects when we click on that is to continuously rasterize, which means that everything that has been created as a vector will be shown at the highest possible resolution. So it will be as sharp as possible. So now we're going to hide everything that we don't need and hit save, and we are all ready to start finally animating. So see you on the next video.